start the recording now. So first, welcome to PowerShell for SQL Server DBA class, and I am going to explain you now day 9 class. And day 9 class I am going to touch, because you have seen before we have started our PowerShell using .NET libraries and all. After that we have started some SMOs to implementing that our script. After that you have seen we have gone through the commandlets and we have done a lot of practices. So each and every class whatever I am teaching you, so you will see the logic. That logic will be applicable for any script, either you go doing from the power, either you are doing from TSQL code you are merging, or if you are using .NET library, or you are using SMOs, anywhere that logic will be same. So this thing you understood, no? That logic will be common for all, right or wrong? Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So this time we are going to learn about the DBA tool. DBA tool came, I think the first class I have already explained you. This DBA tool came from PowerShell version 5, and this tool is just developed for the SQL related work only. So that's why you can see it is the name itself coming DBA. So it is just for DBA only. So commandlets, there also SQL PS was coming. So that SQL PS means that is also related with SQL only, but DBA tool having the more features, more easy to work. It is not like you have to do that. So I will show you. If you have not installed DBA tool, I think you are able to see the screen. So if you are running this get command model DBA tool, you will see no result will come for yourself. If you are want, you can try in your laptop. Why? But if I will run in my system, I will get some result. I'm running now, so you can see get model, get command hyphen model DBA tool. Once I am running it, so you can see it is taking time. So you can see all DBA related commands I am getting here, right? All are. So I'm getting some result. If you are getting some result, the meaning of this means you are you having the DBA tool should be installed in your system. If you are not getting the result of this one, if you are not getting the result, then what you have to do, you have to download that DBA tool. So if you will go to this link, whatever it is there, so anyhow, so you can see that something is open, get DBA tool, download. So you can go with the more detail into this page, what link I have given. Maybe you don't have version PowerShell version 5. So that time, that also, if you want to implement the DBA tool, so what you have to do, so everything I have given. For less than version 5, if you want DBA tool should be import, you have to go with this line, invoke SQL expression. And if you have already DBA tool, then means not, if you are working on PowerShell version 5, that time you don't have to use those kind of things. Directly you can go, and your system has to connected with the internet. You go and run install module DBA tool. If you're going to run this, automatically what going to be happen, all DBA tool model will be using internet, it will be download for your system. Once you will do import model DBA tool, after that you will get all. If you are running this command, get command hyphen model DBA tool, you will get the all result. If you want, you can see something it is came, you can write yes to all. It is going to already installed, it is showing, right? It is already installed for myself. For yourself, it will be download, it will be installed. If you want to go with the more detail about this, what is this DBA tool, what is the minimum requirement and all, so you can go through this all detail, 1 2 3 something they have given it. So you can go and you can read that what is the DBA tool and all, right? So I'm clicking on DBA tool and I'm going down. I'm clicking on the command. So once I'm clicking on the command, so you can see there is the, so whatever command you are getting here, all command it is going to display here. Category means what kind of DBA tool is there. And today we are going to discuss few deviate related to deviate tool. These all are the commands. See, like, see here, these all are the deviate tool command which is related with SQL Server only, and it is not possible for me to explain you the all command. I can go with the 5, 6, 10 command, not more than that. Right or wrong, guys? So, but you can do the practice of all, like if you something is their database, so you go and run that all command, what are the database command is there, so you can see how it is easy. I can't go with the all. I will use some important command. Just I am going Control F, I'm writing max memory. I'm going with the max. If you are going and clicking here max memory, it will be directly point to down also somewhere, it will be there max memory detail. So here, right, it will be point out to here. So it is up to you. That is a category. If I'm clicking here, directly it will go to here. So max memory. So what we are going to do, we are going to do some practices about related with SQL Server. What are this memory is there, and few things we will discuss, not more. And building your programming, passing your parameter, running into the loop, creating the log file, pinging the server, this all detail you already know. So there is no use of explaining that all, right? So directly I will go and I will show you, like first only I'm taking get DBA max memory. If I'm going inside that, you will able to see there is the lot of command is there. So if I'm going to run this, what is going to happen? So what you have to do, you have to go with all practices, example 1, example 2, example 3. And I told you before also where you are seeing the get, right? So get means is nothing is going to harm in your computer. It is just give the result. So if you again you have doubt, you if you are some of the company, they will not give the access to the internet directly in this way. But that time also, if you want to search something from DBA related, you can go with get help. First you have to update the help, that one you don't forget to do that. So you can go directly with get DBA max memory, and you can give example. If you are going to run this command, so what is going, it will take some time, and after that it is going to display you some example. You can see like how you have to pass that. It is same as whatever result you have got it here, in this same result only you will get here, that practice 1, practice 2, practice 3, right? You can go with the more detail also. If you are writing details, so it will give the detail, but I am not going with that. I'm just copying the program, whatever command is there. Just I'm going with the command only. Programming I'm not going to discuss now. So what it is giving, get memory setting for the instance. So if you want to give the multiple of instance, you can give 1 instance, 2 instance, 3 instance, whatever you want. For me, I am going to give SQL Server 2012. If you want 2, you can give 2. If you want 3, you can give 3. If I'm going to run this, what result I'm going to get? I'm getting my computer name is this, instance name is this, total memory is this, and memory value it is set for this much of value. If you will go, and this is the default value, right? This much petabyte, it will be default value it is set. So if you will go and you can see why we will use the max server memory.
To limit the SQL resources to use.
Sorry?
To limit the SQL server to use up to the max memory we allocated.
Okay, what is the min server memory? Means what?
I mean, when the server started itself, it will take that much of RAM and then start the instance.
Really, it is going to happen. How it is possible? So if you are RAM, it is taking means it will be always, if anything will be start, it will start from 0 only. So you only think if anything you are starting, if you are giving the accelerator, it will be start from 0 to that value, right? It will not start directly to that value. Anything. If you are burning anything, it will be start from 0th position only. It is not start to that value. Actually, min server value mean it will not go. It will start from 0 only, but it has to get down. It will be go to this point only. Correct? Like if you have given 1 GB, so less than 1 GB, it will not go. It will, if you are restarting your SQL server, it will start from 0 only, but it will not go 1 GB less. Always it will be use 1 GB. Correct. This is the, and max server memory is, it will be not, SQL server has to not use more than that memory. But some of the time you will see SQL will use, it will go more than
100 MB or 150 MB are more than the max memory.
sometimes it is happen. Why it is happen? It's depend upon if your SQL is related with some Windows work, right? So many work you will able to create from Windows, right? Some of the time your SSIS package will run, it will run from SQL server, it will do some Windows level of operation. Just example, creating folder, deleting folder, modifying any folder, creating Excel, putting the data into, this all are the Windows related work, right? Some of the time if you're this having that OS related work using SQL server, that time your memory will go little bit more also. So that's why always this kind of memory will increase once the application team will be running something to on the SQL server. So if you are seeing it, you will think, okay, this is a SQL related work, but backend maybe SQL is doing some OS related work. I'm giving just one example. So in that case also you will see your memory is going more than your limited value. That is the one thing. Second thing, and if you are giving, like I have given like 2 petabyte of the memory, and I having like uh, just 24 GB of RAM, so I have told my SQL server to use that much of memory. If you are going to give 2 petabyte also memory to SQL server, and SQL is required that much of memory, it will take, and there is nothing problem. Sometime you will get that issue, like your CPU is going very high and on a memory is going very high, but there is no problem if you are giving that max server memory to use SQL server to use that much of memory. And SQL is, some of the time if the memory pressure is going to be happen, then only it will release the memory. Otherwise you will see the continuously it is taking that much of memory, right? If you want to clear the memory, that time you have to, either people is going with a restart, or if you don't want to restart, then you have to clear the cache and all. That is the performance related thing. I don't have to discuss more about this. So that is the one thing. And then if you want to limit those also, that time you will go with the log pages memory, right? So you will enable the log pages memory for managing your memory concept. So I'm not going with the more detail of that kind of thing, because if you want to attend my class, performance tuning in the SQL server, so please join my class whenever I will start. Charges will be same. There we will discuss about more related with performance things. And not only this much, we will go through the new tool also, which kind of tool is developed into the market, how the people is managing this all. So we
Sir,
are good.
can you share the what is a topics you will cover? I mean,
Yeah.
like PowerShell, you have shared a document, Word document like that. If you have,
You want for this one performance tuning.
the performance. Yeah.
Okay, I will share that. So if you want, you can join, you can attend the class. So there we will discuss more related, no command and all, just only discussion about the theory part. And some tools we will download, we will discuss about RML tool, we will trace how you can read the trace file, how you can implement trace file into the RDML tool, how you can see the graph where peak is happen. So many things we will discuss. It is not same as your office, but almost like you have seen it. Like, because if first issue has to be created, then only you will analyze. Here we will create the issue and then we will troubleshoot like where what happened. So that is also very interesting thing. So because next batch is my PowerShell only. Already I have given the schedule to some other people. So after that, if it is possible, I will start that performance tuning. So you attend that class. That should be very nice class. Charges will be same only. It is not like more or less. How much you have pay here, that much only you have to pay into that also. Okay, I'm going with some more. Yeah, there is something. It is given find DBA instance, and you have given the local host. If you are going to run this one, what is going to be display? It is just it is finding the DBA instance on this computer. So all DBA instance, it will be find out and it will be passed here. and it will take the max memory and it is going to display into the table size. So this is also result in this way. So just wait, it will come. So I'm just showing you here some. So what is this SPN? Anybody can explain finding SPN?
Yeah, what is a service principal name, something
So
like
what will
that.
be happen? Why, when the people will get this? Okay, anyhow, I don't have to discuss more here. So anyhow, so you can see I have 3 instances of the SQL server into the server. It is given total memory is this much is there, and max memory I have set this much. Total memory is nothing but your RAM size, right? If I will go
So here it is how it is logging into the instance using
using Windows
Windows
authentication,
authentication.
yes, because directly if nothing you are giving, so which I have
This is
logged
the
into
current
my
login
system.
user
Huh?
with the currently logged in OS user account.
Yes, it is not. You can see the SQL server. So how it is using? I have logged in my system using my account, right?
Hmm.
You can see which is the account I am using. That account, it is same only. It is using for here also. You can see the Manisha underscore principal. So using that account only, it is login into the SQL. When say I'm running this, even my Windows this OS this one PowerShell is also using the same credential. Same credential it is trying to log into the SQL server. Got it?
Hmm. Yeah.
So you can see here it will give the all detail about that, which are the instances there and instance what are the is there. So if you will go to here PC, you can go to the property. You can see the install RAM is 16 GB, right? So that 16 GB is only displaying here, like 16 GB RAM size is there, and max memory you have set to that much value. So this is the one thing which one you can go and give the try. I'm going with few more command. I'm like set dbmx memory. So set dbmx memory, why it will use to setting that memory. So if I'm going and if I'm going to run, so set dbm memory, and if I'm not giving any data, so what is set max memory to the recommended on just one server name. So what it is going to do, if I'm going to run this command, so what it will do, automatically it is going to tell me recommendation. I have not passed the value here, right, to change name it set, but I have not given anything here. So now you are what you are saying, it is saying total memory is that much, and it is max memory is this much, and predefined is this much, and this all detail it is going to show me, right? And the max memory what it is giving, it's giving me to set this much of the memory. Okay, so what happened now, before it was this much of value, right? So now you will see what is happened now. So what happened, this is change, right? This is change. Before you have seen this one, so it is showing here previous max value, it is going to display, it is recommended, it will change the value also. So no, so it is going to be change the value also. So what we understood, total memory is this much and max memory it is set on this much. So here what you have to do, you don't have to think what will be the my value. So automatically Microsoft automatically PowerShell will decide by himself what value I have to configure to this value. So this value is not going to give you the always correct result only. See here, now I have changed. If I'm going to run this, what it will do, it will go to the SQL server, and after that it will decide what value I have to change. So it is going to change this max value to that value. So at least if your computer you have restarted today itself, and today only you ran that set dbmx memory, you will not get the correct result, right? You will not get the correct result. So what you have to do, you have to at least for 15 days your you don't, after restarting the server, at least 15 days has to be there, your server, then only it will be capture the all result at least 1 week. So 1 week of data it will be saved into the cache, and PowerShell will analyze when the load is coming, what is happening, what much is the cache is clear, all detail it will take, and according to that it will be set the max memory to automatically. But if you will see the real time what is happening, people will say 80 to 85% you can give the SQL server and remaining you can give to the OS, right? That only you are following into the real time. If you don't want to continue or if you don't want to analyze this, you can go with the 80% or 85% max to the SQL server. People
Sir, sir, can we what to say? Can we see from where it is observing? I mean, does it save to any table, any file like that? So
no, it is going
we
under
can
the
also
cache
conclude.
and all. Set server
I mean,
memory is, if even here
can
set is,
we query that cache?
so in OS everything will be saved into the cache, right? In the SQL server. Like
That's the
if you are
DBA
going this time, I'm going the text DBA memory. I am not using that. So this time it will not change that. It will be not change anything. It will give you the just result. So what is happening here? What it will do? Okay, I have already used this one, so it is already changed. So I am going with some other one. DR. Okay, DR it is there. I have taken this. This time I will use this. So this time I'm not using set or get. This time I'm using test. So if I will go with the test, what it will do? This instance it will connect the PowerShell will connect this instance, it will go to the cache and all. It is see here, it is decided, means max server memory is this much, total memory is this much, recommended it will not change, it is just given the recommendation, means 3700 only you change it. For my all instance is giving the same because there is no use, whatever I am teaching that much only that the load is coming. In your organization maybe it will give the different result for all. It is going to the cache, memory cache, buffer cache, right? So it will be checked that what is the hit is happened through your SQL server when the page is going to remove from that cache, right? There will be multiple thing is there, I can't go to explain this all right into the PowerShell, right? How this test DBA max memory is taking the result, you go and read that, you will come to know, right? So as of now just you will see calculating the max server memory of this only this much. If you want few more things with the cluster or thing will be there, or you want to add more server, so you can go with this also. There is a multiple of you can see this is their example, so you can go with that much of memory and you can do that, right? Correct. So if I will go one more thing, set DBA max memory only. So if you want to set by yourself, that time you can go with this. This is SQL only, it will decide and it will be setting the memory. If you want to set by yourself to the that much of memory, then you can go with this command. So like people I told you, people will not want to use that. They want to just go with 80% only calculation. So if that kind of thing is there, you can go with this also, and you can develop the program. So what program you will able to do? So you can write the code, means you will pass some SQL server related thing. So now it is changed to this value. Max server is this. Previous it was 3700. It was recommended and we have set to this, but I have given the number 2048. So it is changed. It is saved to the 20. So how you can build the program? You can go and you can build the program for this so you will pass the server name and it has to display the result. This will be the recommended value. If you want to continue with the recommended value, please yes, or otherwise you give what value you want to set for the max server memory, right? That kind of program people will go and people will do. Either you can go with this also, or either if you want you can go with multiple of things. But max server memory people will do for only one only you have to do. Okay, after 10 minutes you have to log in again. Just I'm going with few more
Sir, can
tempting.
you show me that how to install it offline? In
Offline means what?
offline installation of DBA tools. I mean,
Offline
if we
installation
have
of what?
DBA tools module,
DBA tool.
this PowerShell tool.
I have given you, no, you go through this link.
That's it. Okay.
This link if you will go, he has explained the all each and everything about this DBA tool. how to install, how to do, just go and read. Maximum requirement method one, DBA tool, how you will do. If you are running import model DBA tool, how it is going to happen, what will happen to this, what will, so this you go and try.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that.
So just you go read, because I can't go and I can't explain this all. Okay. So anyhow, I'm going with something called TempDB. I'm going. TempDB will be also very important thing, right? Get DBA TempDB usage. So people will use this. You can go with the get help also, and you can try. If you're giving the get help to this one, it will give some get help. Where it is, get help. So I will just I will add here. So it will going to display me the which kind of so you can see it is given just only for one example. And if I'm going to run this, what is going get TempDB usage for this server. So I have to change this server name. I have just given here, and I'm going to change, and you can see what kind of value, because you have seen that TempDB configuration is very important. If you are going to run, so it is going to display the all detail about the TempDB for the all three instance. This is my default instance. No, I think it is given for SQL Server 2012. You can see here it is given that host name is this, instance name is what this is given the SQL speed. So all detail it is going to display, status, database, master, so login name, so all detail for the TempDB it is going to give that. So I think you don't have to pass about this. Even you will pass this also, it is give the same result only. If I'm passing, it is giving the default instance result for this, right? This is the usage I have one, TempDB usage. This time what I will do, I will go with the configuration. TempDB set TempDB test TempDB configuration. That time I have used usage. This time what I'm going to do, I am using the test DB configuration. So configuration, what is happen? It is going to be give the multiple of configuration. Then we will see the what are the recommendation it will give. I will just copy this. I have pasted here. I will run this. So you can see here. So it is giving that for the all instance, what are the TempDB configuration you have to be set, right? You will see here, it is given the computer name. Then after that is given the instance name, SQL instance name, that is called TF1118 enable. Okay, it is given recommendation is true, and the current status I have not enabled this trace flag, that's why it is giving false. Best practices is he told it is false. What is the meaning of best practices and recommendation? Means Microsoft will recommend anything. Just example, Microsoft will recommended please upgrade your SQL server to 2019, just they will release. So but it is best practices is depend upon you. Maybe your application is not compatible with that version, right? So it is not going to be best practices. So it is best practices means you go and verify that is applicable for you or not. False means, if it's giving false means is depending upon you. If you are thinking it is okay, then only go recommendation. But Microsoft will tell recommend, yes, you have to enable this trace flag. Anybody can tell what this trace flag will do? 1118.
We'll allocate all the PS, uniform actions only.
Sorry.
It will assign uniform
Correct.
whole action to one object.
Correct. So
it won't go for mixed actions.
Correct. That's correct. So you know that is this is depending about the extent level of thing, how your table has to be used that extent, because you know that how the extent architecture is there in the SQL server. So that is it's going to be happen or not. If it is, if you are going to make you are enable this trace flag, so that is going to be happen. It is good for performance, but it is given recommendation means he told please do it, but you check with your that is applicable or not for you. So same thing, if you will go, you can see here it is given file count and it is given recommendation 4 and current station 4. It is told best practices. Yes, it is the best practices recommendation. So what is the meaning of this? Means you must have to change your file count for the temp DB, right? So which logic it is deciding? It is given Microsoft recommended that the number of temp DB files is equal to number of logical core up to 8. So as per your core, you are deciding what should be temp DB file should be there, right or wrong, right? If you have 4 core, so you will go with the 4 file, correct or wrong, guys?
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Correct, no? So if you will see your 2016 server, once they have launched, so in that server automatically it will be decide your how much temp DB file should be there. Before, people whenever they are using 2005 2008 R212, that time people you have to decide what will be the temp. Once you are doing the installation, then you are doing the temp DB configuration, right or wrong? But nowadays no need of this. New version came, automatically it will be decided by your SQL server itself. You can third one, you can see file growth should be recommended. It told no, it is not. It told it is not required. Like you have to set the growth into the this one. It is depend upon you. It is not recommended, right? It is the best practice, but he told it is the best practice. If you are going to change, it is going to be give the good result. So best practices means yes, you do it. So what is this? So he is telling set growth to, it is what he told, not by percentage. What it is telling, your percentage of growth of that Mac file should be not been in percentage. You have to give the in KB or MB only. Why? Anybody can tell this answer? Why Microsoft told this? If you will go and installing 2016 SQL server, you can see the temp DB configuration. Automatically it will be decided by this much MB, right? 64 MB. Why? No, nobody knows.
I mean, if it grow for percentage,
That's not good.
if temp DB grows for let's for example 1 TB, so it has to increase 100 GB. So it has to create a
No,
100 GB
that
file. It has to
is not
format.
actually what happened. No, you know that every time 8 KB of page will be there, right? In SQL,
Yes.
they have decided 8 KB of page. Whenever you are creating any table, it will be occupy 8 KB, right? Extend will be a continuous 8 KB of page. It means 8 into 8, 64. 64 will be shared by different table, but page will be shared by only one table. This one logic you know, no, in SQL server.
Yeah, mixed extent.
So yeah, extend will be mixed extend or uniform extend, but your page will be always will be shared by only one table. We are going with one page of the 8 KB, and that time what happened, you are inserting very less data, less than 1 KB of the data in byte only. That time what happened, that much of free space will be there, right? And what is going to be happen for matching with your page means, if you are taking 8 into 8, 64 KB, right? 64 KB, if you are giving temp DB to use 64 KB, so what will be happen, it will be go and it will crack